Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. And what I'm looking for is right here. I am Zube, and I'm going to be doing a random collective reading. I'm going to burn a little sage here. This reading will be general, take what resonates and leave what does not. Don't force it to fit. You can usually tell right away if it's going to fit for you. Or sometimes you might take away a couple things. We'll sage you, sage me. There we go. If you are interested in a personal reading, astrology, or tarot, my information is below. Okay. And if you are a regular here, welcome back. You'll see I took my license plate from Colorado and brought it to Texas. So now the Colorado license plate is in Colorado. Texas one is in Texas, and you know where the fuck I am. So you care. I usually like to bring a message into these, but I really didn't get anything. Sat down for a while and wrote, and nothing particularly came through. In general, there's just something in the air with regards to loving ourselves, loving others, and also loving everyone in a more God-like, unconditional way equally. Like, so I love my mom and I love my plumber. I don't have a plumber, but I'm just making a point. But there's something about that, about like, we're all one. We all love others in the same way, because otherwise I've been listening to a lot of Brian Scott, whom I adore, when I'm sleeping. And, he talks about pendulums and importance. Pendulums are fascinating. Look up on YouTube, Brian Scott pendulums. It's pretty interesting, but when you put too much importance on certain things. Dang, first card out, rolled across the floor. Here we go. Okay. Interesting. So we got the 5 of Pentacles came out with the Wheel of Fortune. The 5 of Pentacles, oh no, it's the 3 of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune. So this is co-creating. The Pentacles can represent work, co-workers, but also friends and family, people that we co-create with. And the Wheel of Fortune is like, maybe the tides are turning, something is shifting. Things definitely feel more opened up. The external card, we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess, this is a very inner card, because this is like going within to find our own answers. This is the Goddess, etc. But with it out in front, the like Mother Goddess or the Divine Mother can also act on our behalf out in the world. So maybe we're running into synchronicity, things that seem fated. Just feeling divinely connected. Maybe we are encountering people, specifically women, but doesn't have to be, who are like psychically in tune, or that feel like we have something to learn from them, or vice versa. Maybe others are learning from us. All right, what's up? And then the top card I call the God spot. Up in the God spot, we have the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles, first of all, it's a page. So whenever we get pages, that's a childlike energy, right? So it's like a very beginning. Something is starting, but we could feel like at the present moment, it's kind of immature. We have to have trust like a child, and the pentacles they're talking a lot here about like material reality. um but it's like material reality is starting to line up with like energetically, maybe things seem to be coming into place, and like this being the God spot, or it's the higher perspective, God, universe, spirit, whatever you call it, is kind of looking down on us. What is the view from up there? And this is like trust me. But we could be making connections that feel like, oh, this is where I've been wanting to go, you know? And then the high priestess is out here like, yo, I got you. I got you. And God's like, just trust me. What is happening? Like, what is happening? All right. Oh my God, stop it. So weird. Look, okay, so we have the King of Swords. And then we have the Ace of Wands. Well, the swords, and like, I mean, just look at this pictorially. You know, we have the King of Swords sitting here with a sword, and now he's being handed the wand. Swords are thoughts. The kings are yang energy, so that like goes outward, it projects. The queen in the tarot, like you think of her as receiving the kingdom, like she receives the people, like what do the people want? And then the king rules over, archetypally. So with the king, this is like us taking action, but the swords are our minds. So this is a card of mastery. You know, the King of Swords is a man of few words, but when he speaks, people listen. And I can be he. Like this is like kind of how I'm talking about this. But and the Queen of Swords listens very intently. So this is speaking carefully. Maybe we have reached a culmination or an understanding of something that has been going through our minds, and now we're being handed the wand, and the wands are action. That's like taking action and beginning something. So now that we've mastered our mind, or you know, there's been the culmination of, say, a thought project or something, and now the wand is here to say, okay, now move, like move on it. Fascinating, because what did I say? It's like material reality. Like it's almost like energetically something has been moving within us. And we've gone through thought processes with regards to that, but it wasn't matching up externally. And so with this co-creating, maybe we're just sort of running into people, or things are moving in a way that they might not have been moving before. I'm going to keep going. That was really weird, because internet went down for a second. Solar flares, yo. Either that, or I have to get an extender for my internet now that I've moved. But anyway, I'm not going to make this too much longer, just in case it did like shit the bed. I don't want to make a whole video if it's not going to have worked. But So what are our next steps? What is it up to us to do? Fork in the road. You gotta choose to ascend. You gotta fork in the road means that we've got to make a choice. There is something that we have to make a choice on. And this is that. Do we trust? Do we, I am getting like, this is the decision time to ascend, however you want to look at that spiritually, like maybe there are friendships or projects or things that are dragging you down. And it's time for us to kind of stop like clinging to things and to move on up and to trust that everything else will follow, that it will follow. What's next? To the sea. This to the sea card is when it's just you and spirit or God. It reminds me of the Six of Swords though, but she is out, it's quiet, it's peaceful. There's nothing but her and her higher power. And how is the universe helping us? What? Look at community. It's bringing people in. That's what this is. So if you've been having really good conversations, this is definitely for you. Good conversations, like running into people, definitely make sure that you get out and about. If that is not something that you are wont to do, because I am not wont to do that. And I've, I get dragged sometimes. I let myself be dragged and sometimes I rally. But yeah, definitely get out and confer with your people. And be open to new people coming in because it's like your community is moving in to create synchronistic events of what it is that we want. Yeah. Yeah, then we're going to be done. Sensuality. And enlightenment. Pursue spiritual growth. With the sensuality card, maybe that's for someone in particular. She is holding a cup. I kind of think of the Queen of Cups when I see this one. But express your sensuality and we feel things like that. That makes me think of sensual. We can feel it with our senses. Also, are we feeling spirit or the divine? Are we through our senses, even if that's not physical, but like hearing or whatever? Are we communicating? How do we feel? How do people make us feel? Do you hear my fucking cat? That's annoying. And pursue spiritual growth. What did I say? Trust how things feel, move in the direction of what feels like you're in your heart space called to do, and take the path of spiritual growth, even if that might be more difficult or if there are some things that we have to leave behind. Because that makes me think of this fork in the road card that we had gotten. In which direction would you go that may be more challenging or may require more faith for things that could be lost in the process, and move towards whatever it is that your soul is calling you to move towards. Anyway, I got to pick up my husband from the airport. I hope this worked. Have a great day on earth. Thank you for stopping by. Like and subscribe if you like what you see here. I always appreciate that. Peace. Namaste.